All right, this is why I get to hand over to Aisha Ibrahim.
Flag bearer Dr. Pakwesi Indom was among 12 aspirants whose nomination papers were rejected. He sought audience with the EC chair in an attempt to get it to reverse the disqualification, but after the meeting on Monday, the PPP flag bearer said not much progress was made. Speaking on Joy FM Super Morning Show, Dr. Indom said he intends to forge ahead with his campaign regardless. Question: do you agree with his claims?
To be honest, so if Indom was offended by what happened, I mean, I think that it's probably his fault, but then he is right to have his own personal reasons. He's allowed to grieve about the issue, but
you don't think
I don't think the EC was wrong about their decision.
I agree with the EC though, because the EC gave out some instructions or some legal this thing about the qualification of this thing. So if they didn't go according to the plan based on what it is required of them,
I don't think they were biased because they obviously did their research, spoke on the issue, whatever was wrong and right about it, and made their decision. So I don't think they were biased.
The fact of the matter here is that Indom didn't do the right thing, and then if the EC had disqualified him, there must be a reason why. And then coming from the press conference that Madam Charlotte Osei gave, I think she made it clear that there were some anomalies that came out from this thing. So if the PPP didn't do the right thing, they serve as a bad reputation to the party and then to their followers.
I'm not saying Indom is not saying the right thing, but he personally has his problems and we can't blame him for feeling down or disappointed about the issue, but the EC wasn't wrong either.
You have been given some procedures to do things and then you don't fulfill them. And even if you have done it, you should have gone through some legal process for it to be approved by the EC. And this kind of thing should go through some legal issues. Their council should have looked through them and then find out whether there are some things that need to be sorted or something. But I think they couldn't do it. So
some mixed reactions over there. Let's see what people are saying on Facebook, Israel.
Okay, so Jambedu says, I personally feel this disqualification of PPP is a heavy blow to the democracy of Ghana. How could PPP have known that the same person who endorsed them in the Central region was the same person in the Volta region? The EC should give the business mogul and his party a second chance. I really can't think far. Kwesi says, the most important thing now is to fight the case in court. Those media encounters and press conferences are becoming too much. They should get a good lawyer and fight in court. But I learned the EC chairperson is afraid of mustache. That was why she disqualified the team. That's not true. That's not true. Please. Sadiq says Indom is what 10,000% right. This woman can't destroy our democracy. She can do better. And Akwete says you should give us a break. And Nana Kumnipa says Dr. Pakwesi Indom should go to court to know his stance, whether he would be allowed to contest the December 7 elections or not. And Botina says Ikuya Charlotte Osei has done well, but I think the EC should be considered towards PPP, PNC, and NDP.
Kofi High Tension Sunyain says Papa Kwesi Indom should open a petition book. Maybe he can be pardoned. And this one from Osman from Koforidia, he says, is the EC telling Ghanaians that they are better in administrative process than the 56,000 name of registered NHIS deletion on the Abu Ramadan case? Ghana needs fairness. God help Mother Ghana. This one says, honestly, I don't think the EC is wrong at all. The laws must work. Sorry for them. And that's from Adam. Okay, this Adam's message once again. This one says, Dr. Indom, and it's coming from Burma Kwabaji from Jenny. He says, Indom, instead of ensuring his nomination forms were correctly filed, was rather on the MPP's bandwagon of lying. He was all over the place corroborating the MPP's many falsehoods. He has to go and prepare for 2020. Aziz Donla says, with all the okay, he says Papa Kwesi Indom, he could not complete a common form for presidency. Mohammed Adnan says, is he in the state of dilemma? They don't want I don't quite get this message. You may want to send it again. Now, also, there has been a long history of men not reporting claims of sexual harassment or seduction they get from ladies, contrary to what happens if it is the opposite. A golden question: why do men shy away from reporting claims of sexual harassment from women? A school of thought believes this happens because men seem to believe there is the tendency of they being teased if they dare to report such incidents. Do you agree?
Boys will be shy to report harassing to their first of all, they'll go to their friends before they even go to any authority when it gets worse. But if they tell their friends, they make it seem normal. Peer pressure can make you go back to the girl and do whatever you want to do to her, even though you don't like it.
Their minds, they're not seeing it as harassment. They're just seeing it as a playful thing. Or the girl is trying, yes, as she said, seduce him. But then if it comes to harassment in the true sense of the word, like bugging the boy, texting him and calling him and asking for certain things, yes, he can actually say she's disturbing him. So he would either, well, as a man, he would not go and report on authority. He might tell his friends, but he's most likely going to have dealt with the situation because he's a man and he feels he can deal with the situation by telling the girl off. And if she does not, then it looks like a case of obsession. And yes, he can report. But then because of the stigma behind a man reporting that a woman is harassing him, everyone is assuming that the girl likes you, so play along or take advantage of the position or take advantage of the harassment.
A woman saying no, she actually means no, right? But a man saying no, in some cases, is like, I have a wife, but let's see. If a man is firm and saying no, I don't want it, a lady would know and she would stop.
A man is not afraid to say no. There are so many men who have rejected and said no to women several times. There are so many cases. I don't see why it's different. We're in an age where, yes, there is the stigma, yes, but we're in an age where there's this call and cry for gender equality, and men can say, yes, this woman is harassing me.
The key word is some. Some men would, but most men wouldn't. Some men feel less of a man to go and tell their friends that, see, this lady touched me. Do you understand?
No, that is not the case. When such a thing happens, as in a harassment form, the man it's not that he feels less of a man. He just feels that he can handle the situation. Like a woman, the man can force her, the man can put her in a very...
But what if the woman is also strong enough to do that to a man?
If she is, then you would find that he has no choice than to go and report to who he can report to. Men are not shy to say it, but then it all depends on who they have to go and talk to.
Very interesting.
They all made very interesting points there.
And they all were making sense.
Yeah. All right, so let's get on to Facebook. And Jambedu says, the Ghanaian culture encourages men to be men enough. That any man who reports abuse, an abuse case might be deemed to be weak or might not be taken seriously by the authorities. Kwesi Boateng says, reporting incidents like that is like buying condom at pharmacy shop where your church elders are there buying paracetamol. Nuakbo says, because nobody will believe you, and even if they believe you, they will mock you with it, which is what their report actually says, right? And then Eben says, it's a shame for you to do that. People might think you're loose. TZ says, imagine Israel walking to Dovsu that Miss G has assaulted him. The police will even sack him. Okay. Okay, hold it. They're not saying that. This is not a case of assault. They said sexual harassment.
Okay, what would you do? Sexual
harassment is where maybe a female colleague like Aisha puts it in my face.
But the person says Miss G, not me.
Well, yeah, I mean, because you're here. So if you, for instance,
right,
I mean, shove things in my face,
okay,
all the time,
right,
I mean, I can feel harassed, but I may not complain. Okay, so Nana says, because people will disagree with you since it is not common in our society. Nana says, because the former was the latter, But right now, you see ladies pulling guys' pants down for sex. Oh, really? Okay. I think let's get on to it.
Joy Yakubu from Kumasi says, because they will be teased, the girl wants you to be a giant, they run. Ah. And this one, okay, this one is still talking about Dr. Indum. This one says, I like it when a lady harasses me sexually. And this from Makus from Tamalin. This one says, Aisha, men are men. They manage issues by themselves, especially when it comes to sexual harassment. And it's coming from Bambakia Samed. Okay, this one is still talking about EC in the database. This one says, report sexual harassment from a lady. Men see sexual harassment from ladies as an opportunity. Is it? You're telling us what we don't know. And Eben from Zipila says, a woman harassing a man is like a mouse playing around a hungry cat. Why should the cat go and report? All right. Okay.
But also, there are incidents where, I mean, a lot of the time, a man may find sexual harassment actually not so offensive.
Yeah.
And in some cases, welcoming.
Okay.
But there are instances where you encounter a woman who you don't want her to sexually harass
you. Then it becomes assault.
That's
maybe.
Harassment.
All right.
And we're going to be talking about No Bra Day. So if any lady decides that she's actually going to have a No Bra Day every day to the office, that's sexual harassment. But most men may let it pass.
Because, it's exciting.
we can handle it.
Sure, you're telling me what I don't know, right? Yeah, they enjoy what they see. Why? All right, so today's No Bra Day. The question I ask, what do you know about the day? And are you in support of this day?
Studies, I believe, have shown that when you wear bra for too long, it can actually affect you. It can actually hasten or heighten your chances of getting cancer. So the World Bra Day, I believe, is to create that awareness so that the girls will be aware of something like that.
I don't think that it should be something that the lady should take it too far. Okay, World No Bra Day. Someone may wear the dress, a very light dress without the bra, and then everything is showing inside, and it's very bad.
Just to create the awareness about breast cancer and its implication and how we can, put measures in place to curb or cure the diseases.
We've seen it on social media. They've taken it overboard. They are taking it too far. It's like they don't even get the essence of the whole day. People think, oh, because it's No Bra Day, they can just go without bra and then just take pictures. So many people think that's the essence. Oh, I'm going without bra. They don't really know that it is to prompt something for you to think and then now find out that, oh, it's because of cancer. So that it's not really about going braless, but it's about getting the import of what the message they are trying to say.
Youth of today, we don't read, okay? What No Bra Day? Why should you even take a picture of your bra and then post it on social media for people to see?
Of course, they should take it overboard, because doing so, it will prompt someone, why are they taking pictures of their breasts? People are taking pictures without, braziers and what have you. It's cool. Is
it cool because you have the opportunity of seeing people's breasts and nipples?
No, it's youthful. I would say it's youthful exuberance.
The people who are taking the picture and posting on Facebook, mind you, they don't really know the relevance, because if they know the relevance, they will not go topless and then post pictures on Facebook.
Right, the guy should just tone down,
calm down,
simmer down. All right, on Facebook, Jambedu says, No Bra Day is a day set aside to raise breast cancer awareness, encourage women to do self-examination of their breasts and to seek prompt treatment to prevent exacerbation of breast cancer. Unfortunately, Ghanaians, especially the youngsters, have taken it for a joke and posting sagging breasts on social media like WhatsApp and what have you. Kwesi Boatin says, very special day, but the ladies were very stingy. They didn't allow us to see anything. Unlike Salah and Christmas, that food and gifts are available or no bra day, the boobs was to be made that, or I shall answer. Yes, you should answer. I don't
But is that what World Bra Day means? That we should be showing our boobs?
No.
Yes. So
they said don't just wear a bra.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
if you wear a bra, you are not observing.
Come again.
So they say if you wear a bra, you are not observing no bra.
You won't wear a bra, but it doesn't mean. I mean, there's a way of doing it. There's something you can use to cover the nipples, so it doesn't harass anybody. Yeah. So as I'm here, if I'm not wearing a bra, you can't tell because I may cover the nipples. If you're expecting to see them peel, you won't. Yeah.
No. Sadiq says, I walk from Nalerugu to Alewale, passing through all women-dominated communities just to see it. But unfortunately, the ladies are stingy with their things. The media has to educate my village girls so they can at least open for us to see next time. Oh, they're not saying that people should go topless.
Yay!
Okay. Akrugo says, no bra day. I was too busy and didn't check the ladies, but I think there's a whole diversion of this. The girls sought to seduce guys with their boobs than creating awareness. Nuokpo says, oh yes, I'm in support of this, but angry with our Ghanaian ladies because they refuse to celebrate it. Law shows us that beautiful. Okay. Aziz Donla says, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Day. Ladies should stop showing their breasts, especially in the cities. Okay. Eliasu says, we in Tamale didn't quite notice it. I tried finding out and it appears the ladies know nothing about it. Shifman says, oh, how many Ghanaian women didn't wear bra today? Raise your hands in the air. No, okay, raise your hands, let the camera.
I'm right there, can't you see?
Okay, once again. So that they
All right, so this guy, okay, he says no bra day. The day should be rebranded. Some lecture breast screening at various towns and villages by health workers. That will do. Seeing our ladies and mothers moving around without a bra is something, oh. And this one says, at least, even if you don't put on bra today, you would have set the breast free a bit. The heat is too much. And this one says, this your bra free day is a way of causing distraction and confusion among males and females. It's not meant to sensitize anybody. No honorable woman will observe this devilish day. It's not even close to being a better way of sensitizing women on breast cancer as they claimed. And it's from Bambakia Summit. Bambakia Summit, I'm sure you're missing out something because definitely this will help you to free the breast a little because the heat is too much, like somebody said. And this one says, Aisha, so what are you doing with your bra at the studio therefore? I told you I'm observing the day, so why are you asking me this question?
Yeah, because they don't believe you.
Oh, okay, so you want me to take off my clothes for you to believe?
No.